Tell me, am I crazy? Is your boy crazy for picking Baron Corbin to win the Universal title and for Bray Wyatt to be attacking Ricochet? You let your boy know, because that's what I want to know. So let's go ahead and um, so we covered Raw, we covered SmackDown, we covered the pay-per-view Stomping Grounds, which is an awful name for a pay-per-view. Awful name. Um, there was something that I wanted to talk about. The last couple of weeks have been kind of strange for the IWC, in terms of involvement in the matches, in wrestlers' matches. I can't even believe that I'm going to even be addressing this, to be honest with you, but it's got to be addressed. It really does. Um, so a couple of weeks ago, I saw a video with Taya Valkyrie, from Impact. And her and a fan were going at it, like a verbal jousting between the two. And I'm not here to point blame on either one of them, because they both could have handled it differently. I get Valkyrie is a heel wrestler, but there's just some lines you just don't cross as fans. One, you I get you paid your ticket. You can, cheer for who you want to, boo for who you want to. But racial slurs, misogynistic slurs, and spitting on wrestlers is, to me, is where you draw the line. To me, I consider that to be assault, and no one, regardless if they're in character or not, deserves to have that thrusted upon them. If you can't get away with it in the club, you shouldn't be doing it at a venue, at a wrestling venue. And I just thought that even though that Taya did hit which I don't think that she should have done either, although, you know, it is a heel shtick to do. I still think that in this day and climate, you shouldn't do that either. She hit someone's drink out of their hand, and then that person in turn spat on them, spat on her. So there was that incident. The other incident, which was probably the one that really bothered me the most, is Scarlett Bordeaux. Apologize if I mispronounced her name, but she was at an event, and I believe it was in Mexico, and she did I believe she did a suicide dive outside the ropes, to hit one of the other wrestlers. And usually when they do that, they have their back against the guardrails, and kind of like Finn Balor does it like all the time. But she didn't have her back against the guardrail. She just had her back turned, and one of the fans like literally grabbed her, pulled her back, and was basically like massaging her from top to bottom. And I'm thinking to myself, like what possesses a person to actually go out and do something like that? Like, would you literally do that to a male wrestler? Would you actually do that to someone in the club? If your answer is yes, you're garbage, first off. But two, like, no, you shouldn't be doing that. Like, nothing gives you the right to put your hands on someone else unless they give you consent to do it. And I'm not trying to sound like a social justice warrior or white knight of the situation. It's just the way that I would feel. I wouldn't want someone doing that to me, and I'm pretty sure that person wouldn't have want someone to do that to them either. But yet, they felt the need to do that. And Scarlett came out and said that, hey, she didn't even notice it until someone showed her the replay, but she felt extremely violated when that actually happened, and I completely agree with that. And as wrestling fans, like, we really need to, we really need to take a step back. Remember, we may be part of the show, but we are not this show. No pun intended. We should not, at any given point, be involving ourselves to the point where we are caressing and grabbing people It's not something that we should be doing at all. It's very disrespectful, and it's a poor representation of us as fans. Remember, these people do it because they love it and they have passion for doing this. And the last thing that we would want is for someone to not have the passion to do this, what they love, because we as fans took it too far out there. But yeah, we need to we need to do better as a community. We just got to do better, guys and girls. I think that there was also in that same event, one of the girls or one of the ladies in the crowd was spanking one of the wrestlers as they jumped the guardrail, which to me, again, that's unacceptable as well. But we've got to do better, like we do, because one of these days you're gonna come across the wrong one. And I'm not advocating for violence or anything like that, but you do that, it's assault, and they have a right to defend themselves. And if it doesn't go the way that you thought it was going to go when you did what you did, I ain't gonna feel sorry for you, and I'm hoping that nobody else feels sorry for you either. So be better, like literally, let's just be better as a community, because yeah, you ruin it for one, you're gonna ruin it for us all. And I'll be damned, 30 plus years of watching wrestling, I'd be damned to not be able to participate and watch wrestling the way I enjoy it, because you decided to go out and do your own thing. So that's what I got to say about that. So, all right. So enough of that soapbox there, guys. Again, make sure y'all go ahead and check us out at Twitter, at Real WrestleCast on Twitter. We are also on Instagram. It's Real Wrestling Podcast, all spelled out. If you want to support your boys, we got the Patreon. Again, Project Canyon is still in the works, about 60% due through the project itself. If you want to help us out, help us get the resources that we need to get Project Canyon going, please join us at Patreon for more details. Patreon.com/IRWP. Anything that you can help to contribute, helps, even if it's just sharing out our